I know the title of this movie, it's a fucking mouthful, but let's get through this. The Transfiguration. Alright, so the Transfiguration follows a little boy, and we're going to call him Peculiar. He has an obsession with vampires and vampire lore and all that good stuff. Yeah, I don't want to say too much else because it starts to ruin the movie. So, right when this movie starts off, there were some things I didn't like. But those turned out later on to be the movie something I not only adjusted to, but I liked. It set up the actual feel for the entire movie. The soundtrack is odd and it is ominous, but I was like, I don't like just the sounds here. They just seem weird. They got a lot of shaky cam bullshit. Like Michael J. Fox could have held that camera more steady than they could have. No offense, Michael J. Fox, but a lot of shaky cam, no steady bullshit shots or anything like that. And it kind of gives off this feeling of like a high school film project, like a college film project. And as you set more and more into this movie, you're like, yeah, that kind of feels right, because they didn't go for this high production value feel of a movie where it feels cliched and ran down and it's the same old thing you see in all these other movies. They try to let you know. They try to get you into this shitty neighborhood he lives in. I don't know, maybe if I just missed it, but I'm just going to go ahead and say Detroit, not to discriminate or anything, but it's a shitty fucking neighborhood and a shitty fucking town with a lot of shitty people. It's Detroit. So we're going to put them in a Detroit type scenario. You don't want these beautiful scenes of like, oh, look at this architecture. You don't want this beautiful, like, oh, it's a beautiful day outside. No, it's dark and it's gloomy. There's a lot of shit in the air, a lot of pollution from the Ford or whatever is going on in Michigan still. And the shaky cam and the weird ominous music, it adds to that effect. So where I initially hated it, I ended up loving it towards the end. Where I say it's shot in the shaky cam and everything, and it's not look pretty, it's still, there's still high quality there. It's not like you're getting it on like the GoPro that I film from, although I can shoot in 4K, like their quality cameras way better than anything I'm giving you guys. And as far as the characters go, there's really only two of them. Actually, when I went on to IMDb, I think the third highest build character on there is Jellybean the dog or something like that. So there's really only two main characters, and you can kind of fit his brother into this scenario too, but it's Eric Ruffin as your main kid, and I totally spaced the girl's name, but Eric Ruffin did an amazing job in this movie. He just plays this weird kid, and although he does some shit, you're like, no, I don't like that. You still feel bad for him because he's just an eccentric, weird kid. And they really show off as this movie starts to develop. You're like, what the fuck is wrong? But they really show off his just absolute obsession with vampires and everything vampire lore. Like, they try to strike up a normal conversation with him. And he's like, did you know Bela Lugosi's vampire? He just blows off everything. If it's not around vampires, you can't make this kid give a fuck. Now, if you go on IMDb like I did, you'll see that this movie is billed drama first, horror second. And I feel that's fair. If you're looking for a movie to get scared in, this isn't it. If you're looking for a movie to captivate you with some storyline and some pretty damn good acting, this is definitely the go-to movie for me. This is the first full-length feature film of Michael O'Shea. I'm looking forward to more of his works, guys. Now, I did do other things while watching this movie. It wasn't just background noise for me, but I was doing some editing and stuff on other ones, so I could see where some people might get bored because it is kind of peaky. Something happens and then you're just right back down to nothing. So I can see where some people may get bored with this, but if you're in for a slow burn movie with a great storyline, some good acting, please check this one out. Put it on your list. It gets my stamp of approval. So until you guys hear from me next week, don't forget to go to modernhorrors.com where you can see all the awesome other reviews we're putting up there. The podcast, we got all your horror needs. So if you're going somewhere else for your horror news, you're doing it wrong. Go to modernhorrors.com. Just do it now. Just make me happy. I don't care. Make me happy. Do it now. And until then, I will see you guys later.